Okay, so I'm hoping that this will be the last video in what has become a very long sequence of videos telling the story. Well, I should really be packing up, but apparently this is what I want to do more than I want to do what I should be doing. So anyway, so I'm driving. It's nighttime, and I'm on these gravel roads that are getting narrower and darker. And as I discover, the roads in Italy, it's like in the States, a lot of the time you're on a road, it's pretty straight, right? In Italy, everything is curves. Curve, hard, sharp turns, and where there's like a drop off on the other side of the turn. So it's kind of like playing a video game, right? You have to be really fully paying attention at every possible moment. Or, you could drive straight off a curve or into another car. And, here I am in a car that I've never driven before, so that's unfamiliar. The street signs are unfamiliar, the roads are unfamiliar, and it's night. So it's fantastic. And I'm also, I've just been through so many hours of travel. I'm tired. I'm shaky and wrung out from the whole having spent a couple of hours thinking I'm going to be absolutely screwed tonight and have to stay in some random hotel in Ancona and change all my plans. So I'm on the road and I'm staring at the clock, like how much longer is left? 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and finally it directs me up this cobblestone lane. It's very steep. It doesn't even look like it's where I should be driving. It looks to me like a sidewalk. And I drive up it, go around the corner of this building, and suddenly I'm in the middle of this square of beautiful stone building with what looks like a small palace at the end. And it says, "This is it. This is your hotel." So I stop the car, I look around, I go inside, and my friend Seva is standing there in the lobby ready for me. He has already talked to the front desk person. Oh wait, no, this is when I came back. Okay, but they're ready for me, with the key. I sign in. I go up to my room. Sorry, when he had been ready with the key for me, that was the second time I came. But so anyway, so I get there, I go in, and then my friend Seva shows up, and he's brought me wine because he knows what a hard time I've had. This is the first of two times that I show up having a terrible time, and he brings me wine. But we were supposed to go have dinner after I got there. But by the time I arrive, I feel like it was like 9 p.m. by the time he got there after I had arrived. It's a little late. Not that late for Italy. It's not impossible. He had gone to the pizza place to ask, can I get a pizza to bring to my friend because she can't come out for dinner. It's really too late. I'm going to bring her food at the hotel. She's probably hungry. And they said, oh, we only have a few pizzas left and they'll have meat on them. And he's like, oh, she's a vegetarian. I can't. So instead, he went to a pasticceria. He went to a bakery and got me 3 baked goods, like 2 croissants, like with fillings, and like a crostata and a bunch of other stuff because he knows I like sweets, and brought all of that for me just because he was afraid I'd be hungry, which is very kind of him. So he shows up. I tell him all about, this horrible experience I had. I eat the crostata, or at least the slice. It's not an entire pie. And then he's like, well, are you good? Do you want anything else? And I was like, honestly, I'm still kind of hungry and I want actual food because, they fed me on the plane, but that was a really long time ago. That was like 15 hours ago. And so he says, well, if you want, let's try. Let's go check out and see if the pizzeria is still open. Okay. So we walk down there through town. This little town, I hardly see it. All I see is that it's just stone buildings. Everything's very beautiful and very Italian and very steep. And we walk into this pizzeria, and my friend Seba is like, okay, we're here after all. Is it too late? And they say, oh, no, go ahead. We still have a pizza for you if you want it. It's sausage. Is that okay? No, it's perfect. Sausage and truffle and mushrooms. So we sit down, we have a pizza, it's delicious. We end up being there until like 11 p.m. We're the last ones there, but they don't seem to mind too much because we're sitting outside. We're not in the way. And walk back up to the hotel, and it was great. It was nice. It was sort of weird to see my friend in person because it's been such a long time. Um, but it was nice. And then I try and go to sleep, and like I can't sleep. I'm so tired. But anyway, that was my first night. Um, the next morning, I get up. We go to we go to this town next door, which is gorgeous medieval town. I mean, like, so Montepone, which is where my friend lives, which is where this hotel is. It's a very pretty town. The main thing about it is the view. It is on a hill, and it's just surrounded, like many of the towns here are on a hill because it's a good, I guess, fortification position. Surrounded by beautiful hilly clusters of hilly vineyards, and you can just see everywhere around it. But it's a small area, you know, and so we go that next morning. We go to this other town, which is all these narrow medieval streets, really beautiful. Walk around, another beautiful view. I mean, it's sort of like everything around here is beautiful, so you sort of can't go wrong. Um, and then I have to pack up already and move on to Gubbio, um, because I've decided to go there specifically for this conference on Dante in Italian with my favorite Italian historian, Alessandro Barbero, who's speaking on the final night. But the plan is that I'm staying that one night in Montepone just to kind of check in and say, hi, I'm in a new country. It would be nice to see a face from someone that I know, and his town is on the way. The next day, drive the rest of the way over to Gubbio for the conference, and then after the conference is over, come back and actually have some time to hang out. So that's what I did. The plan was a good plan, but a very hectic plan. And so that's just telling the story. That's how I started out in Italy, which was with a very near disaster, which was only remedied by being so lucky and meeting someone so incredibly nice and getting help. And that has kind of characterized my first week in Italy, which is just things going incredibly wrong and being helped by such incredibly kind, nice people. So we'll see tomorrow. I drop off the car and I head to Perugia, and I'm there for a little bit. So we'll see. Who knows what's next? I hope it's not any more disasters as bad as not having a rental car and then breaking the rental car. But I have 2 more months in Italy after this. This is only week 1. I have 8 more weeks to go. So who knows what's next? All right. See you tomorrow.